Hi everyone, this is Dr. LG Adeline Tan. Today, our sharing is about the topic giver and taker. Why I choose this topic? Because I realized that this topic is something that's straightforward for people to understand. Giver as the meaning of I am giving away something from me to other people. And to understand the taker is I am taking something away from another person. But why this can be our topic of sharing today is because this giver and taker is two extreme components. And these two extreme positions where it's very important in any aspect in our life and especially relationship. Recently, I have spoken to some people and they told me that they gave me some feedback to say about my videos, and they would like to know if in relationship how should they react and how to make their relationship to become more harmonious and also in a way that everybody is happy. Before I proceed, I would like to share with you a story that I have heard when I was very young. The story was like this. There were two men, they have died, and these two men, they were actually reported at the hell, and the judge in the hell asked them a question. There were two men who have died, and these two men, they were reported at the hell, and the official, the judge of the hell, actually tell them, now it's time for you to reincarnate. You are now given two options. So the first option is that do you want to become a giver or do you want to become the taker? So they let the two men choose whether you wanted to become a giver or a taker. And at the end of the day, one of the person has quickly and to rush that I would like to become the taker. So after days, these two persons actually reborn as a baby and back into the real world. And do you know what happened? The person who rushed for the decision and chose to become a taker, this person born to be a beggar. And the other way round, another person who born to be a rich man. And what does it mean? The moral of the story to tell us, most of the time in this world, we are always would like to become the taker because we always think that to become the taker, to take something away from someone to us, we should be always in a very happy position. And however, if the person who become the giver, so most of the time we will actually think that this is a person who will always have to give out. But at the end of the story, the moral of the story here to tell you, if a person has enough to give away, be a giver, meaning to say you have sufficient with yourself and you always can give it away. That's why the person born to be a rich man. And the other way around, if you are only the person who only to take in, so meaning to say you do not have sufficient to give away, that's why you are only at the receiving side. And that is the reason why the person was reborn to be a taker, which is the beggar. So now, after you hear the story, let me ask you again, who do you want to become? And reason why I would like to bring this story to you, simply, if in a relationship today, would you like to choose to be a giver or would you like to choose to be a taker? And in this scenario, I wanted to let it very clear for everybody. In relationship, always remember, balance is always important. In relationship, this is very important. We need to identify whether should you want to be a giver or you choose to be a taker. Because once you have decided, this is how it will tell you how you are going to invest in your relationship. In this scenario, if a person chooses to be a giver, normally they are having a character which is very generous. And however, the other side of it, if the person who chooses to be a taker, we will identify them as an energy sucker. In relationship, this is important because in today's relationship, you will realize many people, they are always choose to become an energy sucker, which is the taker. And this is the reason why there are so many relationships out there. They are always not happy towards their partner. So that's why now today you learn something. You are given a choice. You can choose to become either the giver in the relationship or either the taker, which is actually being the energy sucker in your relationship. And don't be surprised, whatever that you have choose today, it will help you to see the result in the near future. And this is Dr. LG Adeline Tan.